Welcome to our Wrong Item Sent Product Compliance Training. A wrong item sent product condition issue occurs when a customer receives a product they consider different from the one they ordered. Customers may think that the product they received is not the one that they ordered when it doesn't match the expected color, pattern, size, quantity, or material described on the relevant product detail page, doesn't match the specific country, version, or model described on the product detail page, or it's a totally different product than was ordered. Let's meet Lee. Lee was excited to find a brand ABC shirt in blue in the Amazon store. She'd been looking for this particular shirt in blue for her son's birthday, but hadn't been able to find it anywhere. Lee ordered the shirt with excitement, and any company shipped the order. When Lee opened the package, she found that the shirt that had been delivered was red. Lee was disappointed, returned the shirt, and complained to Amazon. Any company sent the wrong item and is not complying with Amazon's Seller Code of Conduct, Product Authenticity and Quality Guidelines, and Condition Guidelines. If you receive a notification from Amazon related to a wrong item sent, you should determine the root cause of the issue to prevent future customer complaints. Mateo sells multiple products in the Amazon store. He monitors what his customers say about his products by signing into Seller Central and regularly reviewing buyer messages using the buyer-seller messaging service, customer feedback, product reviews, A to Z claims, returns, the customer complaint summary, and the voice of the customer dashboard. Here are some tips to prevent sending the wrong item to a customer. Tip number 1, describe your products clearly and upload accurate images to the product's detail page so that customers know what to expect. Tip number 2, regularly carry out internal checks and audits to review quality control processes. Tip number 3, inspect your products to ensure they function correctly and match their descriptions on the detail pages. Tip number 4, work with trustworthy suppliers to ensure you list quality products. Tip number 5, train your staff to verify that your products contain all the correct parts and are placed in the correct packaging, and ensure they send the correct version of a product for a specific order. Tip number 6, check that all products are labeled correctly and validate your product's variations. Tip number 7, carry out an audit of your inventory if you receive a wrong item sent notification to check that the remaining inventory doesn't have the same issue. And tip number 8, label and store returned products separately to avoid confusion. Ensure that issues with returned products aren't passed on to other customers. To find help pages with information on preventing these issues, go to Seller Central and type Preventing Product Condition Issues, Product Authenticity and Quality, and Condition Guidelines in the search field at the top of the page. It's important to note that non-compliance with Amazon's policies may affect your ability to sell in the Amazon store. Remember to keep your account health from being affected by wrong item sent violations. Always ensure that customers receive the product as it's described on the product detail page. Welcome to our training on Amazon's variation policy. When you sell in the Amazon store, you must comply with all applicable laws and Amazon policies. You can find our variation policy by going to Seller Central's homepage and typing ASIN Creation Policy into the search field. On the ASIN Creation Policy page, scroll down until you see the variation policy. Product variations are sets of products that are related to one another by an attribute such as size, color, or flavor. These products can be grouped together on one detail page. A product variation relationship is often called a parent-child relationship. We have certain criteria that must be met for a product to be variation eligible. All products in the variation relationship must be fundamentally the same. For example, the same shirt but in a different color. Vary in only a few specific ways, such as color and size. Be expected to be found on a single product detail page and be able to share the same title. We consider the following examples to violate our variation policy. Changing the child product's detail page so it doesn't match the parent product listed. Changing the parent product's detail page so it no longer matches the child product listed. And adding a multi-pack as a variation when the multi-pack was not created by the manufacturer. Failure to comply with Amazon's variation policy may result in account deactivation. Let's take a look at any company's listing. Any company listed a cell phone charging cable and a portable charger as variations of the same listing. Any company isn't complying with the variation policy because even though the products are related, they shouldn't be listed on the same detail page. As a reminder, more information on our variation policy can be found on the Amazon ASIN Creation Policy Help page. Welcome to our training on Amazon's Product Detail Page Policy Compliance. When you sell in the Amazon store, you must comply with all applicable laws and Amazon policies. The Product Detail Page policies are in place to ensure that customers have a clear and consistent buying experience. They also ensure that only one unique product is on a single product detail page. The Product Detail Page policies require that all sellers comply with store-style guides, accurately describe and categorize products, make sure that variations are only added to the product when appropriate, create new detail pages for new products or versions. They also require that sellers don't duplicate a product detail page where one already exists for a product, don't include inappropriate content, links, contact information, requests for reviews, or any advertising on their product detail pages, and don't add details that infringe upon the IP rights of any third party. Our policies also do not allow for the incorrect modification of detail pages. We only allow detail page updates that improve the detail page. This includes improving the accuracy of the content or making the content grammatically correct. Accordingly, we consider a detail page to be incorrectly modified when, as a result of changes to a listing, the product is no longer accurately described or is described less accurately than it was before the change. As an example, let's consider any company trading who aren't in compliance with the product detail page policy. Any company trading lists a branded handbag in the Amazon store. While they don't own the brand, they have appropriate documentation to sell this branded bag. Once listed, any company trading returns to their listing. Hoping to promote their name to customers, they update the detail page to include their own name, any company trading, in the ASIN title, as well as in the product description. Any company trading is not in compliance with Amazon's detail page policy, as they change the information on the product's detail page, making the branded handbag's title and description inaccurate. It's important to remember that failure to comply with any of Amazon's policies may impact your ability to sell in the Amazon store. You can review our product detail page policies by going to Seller Central's homepage and typing Product Detail Page Rules into the search field. Note that the information contained in this module doesn't constitute legal advice, and you should consult a lawyer to ensure that you have appropriate checks and procedures in place. Welcome to Amazon's KSA store. In this video, we will walk through certain products that are illegal and are prohibited for sale. For more information on all product restrictions on the KSA store, please refer to the Restricted Products Help page on Seller Central. All sexual wellness products are prohibited for sale. For example, pornography, sex toys, adult-themed games, sexual enhancers, birth control pills, Plan B, and IUDs are restricted. Examples of permitted listings are massage oils, lubricant, and condoms. All products that are intended for use in concealing and/or ingesting, inhaling, and otherwise introducing drugs into the body are prohibited for sale. For example, bongs, snuff spoons, and crack pipes are restricted. All products that glorify drug consumption or contain drug-related imagery are prohibited for sale. For example, t-shirts that contain an image of a marijuana leaf are restricted. All products that are intended to spy, secretly record, or boost 4G, 3G signals are prohibited for sale. For example, spy cameras, anti-spy equipment, and signal boosters are restricted. All alcoholic beverages and all products that contain alcohol are prohibited for sale on the KSA store. For example, wine and foods that contain alcohol are restricted. All products that make a reference to alcohol or alcohol consumption are also prohibited for sale. All products that can be used by or with a firearm are prohibited for sale. For example, bullets, holsters, bulletproof vests, and tactical belts are restricted. All non-Islamic religious iconography is prohibited for sale. Erotic art is prohibited for sale. For example, nude statues and imagery containing partial nudity are restricted. Products that are made out of pig leather are prohibited for sale on the KSA store.